Welcome to Revolutionary Talk. We're on to episode 5 in our 2023 Wellness Reset series. This is a big one. We're getting into healthy eating habits for the year. How'd you guys enjoy eating over the holidays? Did you throw down or take it pretty easy?
Honestly, I ate pretty sparsely, it felt like.
Really?
Yeah. It was kind of a weird thing for me the last few months out of the year last year. I just didn't have as much of an appetite as I
I got
previously.
hit with the same thing.
Really?
I didn't like. I mean, I obviously binged on the sweets when I could, but I didn't have much of a holiday appetite either. So I just kind of going with the flow, and yeah.
Yeah. My brother made a really awesome prime rib, but I requested something other than red meat, and so salmon was on the menu
Salmon?
for me.
Salmon's good.
And it was delicious. So
Yeah, I haven't cooked
because
salmon
at the
in a while.
time when he was like, well, what sounds good? Red meat just has kind of slowly been exiting my
Really?
diet over the last few years. And I do have a weakness for bison or buffalo meat, which tends to has higher protein content
Yeah.
than beef does
Yeah.
and less fat. But yeah, changing up that habit over time, I think it just finally came to a point where my body's like, I'm good. I don't need a whole lot of food anymore. Especially when I'm getting a lot of the nutrients in from drinking Ningxia Red all the time,
Yeah.
like every day.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's wise of you to figure that out intuitively too, instead of just doing what everybody else does.
There's no right way.
Yeah. I just eat when I'm hungry. That's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, not eat when you're bored.
Yeah. That's a man. I was doing that last year at one part, and then I got away from that luckily. But
A really good slogan that I heard a while ago. It's not even a slogan, it's just a saying. Really good saying I heard a while back was eat to live, not live to eat.
Yeah. Think of food as like an energy source versus
Yeah.
like comfort or something
sure.
it shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd be like Popeye, just eating spinach all day.
Getting those forearms. So in 2023, we doing any crazy diets? We going keto or cutting out fats, cutting out protein, doing anything crazy, or what are we thinking?
Try to eat a protein, a grain, and a fruit or vegetable at every meal.
Ooh,
Super simple,
Super simple.
but trying to keep it as clean as possible. I haven't cut out red meats or anything. I eat so intuitively. Kind of just go with the flow more than anything.
that seems realistic, and you can probably achieve that over the long term.
Yeah,
Like,
unlike
unlike the things that I mentioned.
but having a lot of freedom still.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
You and
That
I
sounds
think
good.
a lot of
Yeah, Capricorn rising.
Yeah, because I'm over here like, when my body calls for a milkshake, I get a milkshake.
Yeah, for sure. So I did that too, where I did I was less gluten-free, dairy-free, but then at some point, like dairy does have substantial things for your dopamine.
Yep.
And I felt like my dopamine was just wiped out, and I was literally like going towards dairy stuff to restore the dopamine. So that part, it made sense.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff you eat dairy-free, gluten-free that doesn't have dopamine transmitters in it, and then you're dopamine starving, and then it's pulling from all the other ones. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
and then in the sense of energy too, if you're eating in the color of the food is related to your chakras. So if you're pulling a lot of green, more yellow, solar. So
Mm-hmm.
keeps the options open.
Yeah, mix up the colors.
Yeah.
So what color, what chakra does brown go with?
I don't know.
Fried food.
Fried
French
chicken.
fries. Well, I mean, somebody could.
A little bit in between the root and the sacral. I don't know. No, actually, brown's a mix of all colors, so it's all the chakras combined.
A smoothie.
Yeah. That's a good question. Interesting.
It's kind of a
We'll get back to you.
sarcastic
We'll
question.
get back to that.
Sarcastic
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep it simple this year too.
Simple is so nice.
Really close to what you were saying, Chris. I mean, I feel like the simpler my meals are, like the healthier they are, and way more often than not, I mean, I'm focusing on like I always go back to like eat real food, like
That's a good
like
one.
avoid the processed stuff,
Yes.
and you'll be okay. I mean, as long as you don't overdo it, like pretty much anything's
I like that. That is something
Fine.
I've been sticking to more. It's eating the ingredients, not the what they're processed
Yeah.
into.
Yeah. Yeah. So, luckily, my buddy Walker Claus came to town and brought a bunch of meat that was locally raised, and I know where it came from, and I feel very good about eating that versus
Yeah.
whatever crap you can get elsewhere.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Yes.
yeah.
That's a great. I mean, we don't think about that as in terms of like what are you going to stick to with the diet, but I mean even sourcing, if you consider that as a way that you're eating, like I think that's a really important aspect of it because there's meats that'll be packaged at supermarkets that are processed through China that will come back to the United States even if it was grown here. It doesn't make
Oh.
sense.
Yeah.
So when you can find a local source or local farmer who is producing whatever food it is, fruits, vegetables, and meat and
Yeah.
or fish, like can't get any better than that. I would argue
No.
as long as they're ethically raising the animals and taking care of the dirt that the food, that not only the animals eat off of, but also like the vegetables and all of that are grown from because there's just so many what ifs and so
For
many
sure.
factors that go into it. And we're ultimately eating whatever's coming from the earth. So if the earth
Yep.
isn't healthy, then in
Yeah.
turn, we're not going to be as healthy because of that.
It's weird that it tastes different than store-bought meats. That should tell you something.
Yeah. That's a wild
So,
one.
That's always
No
kind of
pun
crazy to me.
intended.
So wow.
Very nice.
Energetically very different.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
I think that comes out, like how it tastes.
For sure.
Yeah, it's nuts. I'm thinking we should go down the list now, starting with Kristen this episode, mixing it up.
Oh,
What are the top 3 eating habits you're looking to either start or continue into 2023?
Definitely continuing my Ningxia Red for what year is this?
I feel like last year was 9. Is that right? Is it,
May have
is
been.
it 10?
Well, 10. So, yeah, it's been 11 years now.
ooh.
So I think I started drinking it in 2012. And now it's
Wow.
2023. So starting year 11
Wow.
soon.
Yeah.
Definitely that, because that has been such a key factor for me in my healthy lifestyle journey. In addition to that, Rachel got a new almond milk machine, which I am like addicted to,
okay.
all the almond milk coming from it.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh almond milk, which I used to
Nice.
go to the store
Okay.
and get a lot of that just from the store. And when you look at the ingredients, there's other additives in there, and sometimes
Always.
it's just like not sure about that. So when you can find or know somebody that has the equipment to make their own almond milk,
Yeah,
And the
even
magic
better.
to know how to milk an almond.
make some nut juice.
Secret shared by many people.
No, Spencer, that's not how it works.
This cameraman.
It's delicious.
What's your third?
So the third one, more salads and fruit.
Okay.
It's kind of,
Okay.
I mean, well, just kind of goes along with the intuitive listening to the body, what it needs. And yeah, so I guess that's part of my
Yeah.
third one.
Yeah, that's good for you. So with your almond milk, is that like you drink that with meal, or is that like for a meal, or what do you use it for?
It's a really good treat.
It's a good
Honestly,
treat?
it's just
Yeah.
a really good treat. But I do, I've mixed it in with my protein shakes and then,
nice.
or just even pouring a glass of it, just drinking it. Just
Smart.
Yeah.
so
yeah.
good. So good.
What type of protein do you mix in with it?
Young Living's Pure Protein Complete
Oh,
shake.
that sounds good.
It's
Boom.
delicious. Or the Balance Complete.
Chris, you're up.
More home cooked meals.
Yeah.
Mix in a grain of protein and fruit or vegetable. I need to drink more water this year. I need to drink a lot more water. I think that's the basis of nutrition. Allow the body to work better. Really good water in here. And third one. I'm going to Make sure to eat a smoothie or drink a smoothie once a day. Try for once a day.
Any kind of smoothie?
Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries.
Fruit-based?
Yeah, acai. You know.
Acai is always a great
Yeah,
go-to.
it's solid. It's really sustainable for your body. So.
That sounds delicious. Like I could go for one of those right now.
Acai bowl.
Yeah, I was just craving that the
Oh,
other
man.
day.
I just went there the other day.
Man, you didn't call me.
I did a sound bath and it was up by there.
Oh, I see how it is.
You know.
Guys, settle down. Let's not fight on camera. All right. I guess I'm up.
Yeah, you're up.
I'm going with real food is number one. Minimize processed things like
That's what I was
Food,
trying
drinks.
to say, and I couldn't figure out how to say
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, that's a good one. We
Switching
can share
teams
it.
over here.
Yeah, yeah. Plan, my number two. I feel like eating gets off track the less you plan out for the week. So really sticking to a schedule. That's big, especially for me when it comes to lunches. Pretty much always have dinners planned out really well. But planning out lunches so I'm not just grabbing something quick, easy, not healthy. I'm also sharing one with Chris. Gallon of water a day.
Yeah, I gotta get back
Get
on that.
into
That's
it.
a good
Feels
one.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're drinking lots of water.
Yeah.
Too many trips to the bathroom, a little annoying, but it's worth it.
Yeah. Lot better energy, I think.
Yeah.
Your body just feels better.
Yeah, I think it pays off.
Ooh, let's do it.
Good list. Good list.
Yeah. Great goals.
Anything else we want to add to this one?
I don't think so.
No. Yeah. Biggest thing is, I think, picking habits that you can be consistent with throughout the year. Nothing fatty, nothing that you're going to get burnt out on in a month.
Mhm.
So think of something you can stick with for 2023. Next week, we're going to get into physical fitness for 2023. Another big one. So be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for next week.